Hello, hello, welcome to EXP Asian Network. Let's call up our panelists today. First one is Anna Huang from Sacramento.
I really thought it would be the other way around.
John Leahy from Washington, D.C. Yay! Vincent Koo from New York City. And Erica Yoon from Honolulu. Thank you everyone for coming to EXP Asian Network at EXPCon. Your culture is your superpower, and there's emphasis on the word your, because it's your business that we're trying to help increase, okay? Each of us have a different background, and we're gonna learn how to leverage it with our superstar panel today. They're also all icon Asians. So, quick intro.
Hi, my name is Anna Huang. I am in Sacramento, California, so I lead a mega icon team in EXP, and hopefully learn something from you today.
Hey, my name is John Leahy. I'm from the Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia market, and I've been with EXP now for 2 years, and I lead a mega icon team. That's what they call it.
I'm Vincent Koo from New York. I used to own multiple real estate franchises, and I moved over to EXP 4 years ago. I run a mega icon team in New York City.
Hi, my name is Erica Yoon. I'm from Honolulu, Hawaii, and I'm here to learn and grow with you together. Thank you.
All right, my name is Garrick Yam. I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area. Icon, mentor, luxury, you name it. But all of us are approachable, so when I called them up and said, hey, would you like to be on the panel? They all said yes. So if there's things that you want to know about them or their market, call them up and they'll help you out, okay? EXP Asian Network is here within EXP to encourage you to do business with Asians or learn how to do it. Do you need to be Asian? No. There are 50 some odd countries in Asia, so it doesn't matter if you're Chinese or Italian, no, not Italian, Indian or Russian, we're all Asian, so definitely come and network with us. All right, my first question for the panel is about heritage, right? How do you leverage your heritage in your business? So that means like, does the language help you? Does understanding the culture help you? Are your clients Asian or not?
So I think you guys can relate with me if you speak any other language other than English, but when you talk to someone, you hear the accent, you can automatically tell if they're Korean or Japanese or Chinese or Indian, right? So whenever I hear Japanese or Korean, so I speak their language, and then I feel like we're immediately connected when we speak the language, because we understand the culture and we also understand their concerns. You know, some people prefer like feng shui, so they're like immediately more, we become more personable, so I think it has been really helping.
All right, so when it comes to heritage, I think about my parents being, the first generation to leave their country, right? So they left their country, they came here, and they were the first ones to buy their home, okay? And not only that, think about this. It's single family house, 2 families, 3 generations, 11 people living under one roof. Right? And then when they bought the house, what they did was they said, okay, let's go out there, let's start a brokerage. So they opened up their business and they empowered the other family members to go out there and get their license as well. And now I have family members that have incredible careers. And when they went out and bought their first home, what they did was they empowered everybody else to do the same. So now every single person, all the 11 that lived in that house, they're all multiple homeowners, right? So to me, the heritage part, that taught me grit and risk, right? If there isn't a way, we make a way.
In regards to heritage, one of the things I'm very proud of, being in Washington D.C., we're a very diverse market. And I told Garrick, I said, hey, I just want to make sure you know, I don't lead an Asian team. I should lead a very diverse team. My team includes from very many different countries and cultures and heritage. But because of that, we're very easy to connect with our market, because our market has so many diverse different nationalities and cultures. And I love that because we're able to connect with them with their language and like their background. And people love to do business with people that reminds them of themselves, right? And so that's one of the things that I'm very proud of as a team leader, is that we're able to grow a team where it's not just one heritage or one culture. We're so many different kinds of people, and we're a big family.
Yes, everybody says everything already, but I think the heritage part does make a big difference in my business, because mainly my business comes from San Francisco, and most of the people on there that comes to buy in our city, which is Sacramento, that makes a big part of it. Most of them are Asian, and you'll have to know the culture, you'll have to know what ticks them, what they don't like, what they believe in, because every culture has something that they have that is different than ours, right? So something may work for this prospect may not work for that other client. But at the same time, when you talk about heritage, right now we're not really dealing with the first generation people that migrate here from long time ago, just FYI, okay? Most of the people nowadays are the people that are either the second or third generation that really English is their main vocabulary. And Chinese and their other culture or whatever Asian ethnicity they are, they're like their secondary now. It becomes their secondary. So we have to deal with a transition of that and deal with more advanced in terms of social media platform, or how these new gens are working. As you remember, they're now the second or third generation. They have really big capability of using their cell phones and computers. So we really have to cater onto what these group of new gens are into. And especially when you're dealing with the Asian platforms, they're completely different from the platforms here. So those are the kind of things that I'm training my agents to understand if they're dealing with my heritage right now. And I think the agents, I mean the real estate business I did like 10 years ago. I'm licensed for 15 years. Like 10 years ago when I was a new agent, yes, I was dealing with a lot of mom and dads and people that are newspapers, and they listen to the radio station and they call you, but these don't work anymore. So you have to adapt to the new environment. And basically, you know, yes, heritage does come play a part, but that's not where the biggest focus is right now.
Thank you, thank you. For me, my first transaction was in Cantonese, and I didn't really speak it for a long period of time. We spoke it at home because that was our home language, and then I stopped speaking it in like high school or middle school, and I didn't speak it until well after college. And my first transaction was in Cantonese. Imagine that. And then we have translation tools like in WeChat, so that makes it kind of fun. My recent clientele has been half of my clientele has been Indian, and I'm not Indian. But I got to understand Vastu because it was actually very important for their culture. So then you look when you got to sell a house in my market, does it have positive Vastu? Does it have positive feng shui? Simultaneously, you know, it has to match both. So interesting in our culture. Business culture. What's it like to be a member of your team? Or how is it like being on your team and also like having agents on your team? How's this been? What's working? Are you attracting just Asians, or are you?
Oh, not at all. So I'm like first generation, is born and raised in New York. Like my Chinese is not incredible, okay? But I kind of bring it back to like that one house with 11 people, right? When you're in that one house with 11 people and one person wins, everybody wins, right? One person learns something, one person has a lesson, everybody has a lesson. So that's what it's like on the team. So we all share successes, we all share what we know, what we learn, and that's how we elevate, okay?
So it's a culture of success is what you're looking at, and wealth building.
So when I was building my team, it was my first year in real estate. So I didn't really plan on making a team, honestly, but people found me on social media and they wanted to connect with me, so I met up with them, and they were talking about building a business together and collaborating. So I was just considering like how can I help them grow as well. And then they just said, well, when you make a team in the future, please let me know. It was just simultaneous interactions with multiple people, and then I thought that it was a sign from God that I need to make a team and help other people grow, and we can grow together. So in my team, we have different people from diverse background, and it's been working really well, and I feel really grateful for that. Yeah.
So on the flight here, I was just talking to my my business partner about like how many times we've had to rebuild the team, because what got us here had to change because of the market situations. So one of the things that I love about our team is one of our sayings: we love, we care, we serve. When we find agents to partner with, we're looking for agents who believe in that same core value of loving, caring, and serving. But that's really awesome and cool when the market was hot. And then when the market kind of like slowed down for everybody here, we had to add 2 more core values. And then of course, when we added 2 more core values to our team identity, some of the agents didn't fit that culture anymore, because when the market slowed down, they were used to not having to work so hard to get deals done. So we added accountability, we added responsibility, we added grit, and then we lost a third of the team at that time. They were like, oh, I don't want to do that, that's too hard. So like this last, I'd say the last 9 months, I've been busy rebuilding the team. But our team today, our identity, who we are, our last 90 days, we outsold what we did last year. But it's all about the identity of the team. It's the core value of who you are, your belief of who you are, and that's how we keep our agents accountable, because that's their identity, and that's who we accepted on the team, and that's also the people that we let go are based on that identity of who we are.
So I have been a team leader for 4 years now. I was one of the top agents in my old brokerage. So personally, I can really sell 100 deals a year myself. But
100 by yourself.
100 myself. So by the time when I do the team, I was like, oh, okay, that would be fun. But then I didn't know, little did I know, once you do a team, you basically transition from being your individuality to everybody, right? You have to fit everybody's needs, and now it's no longer by yourself. In that sense, your production will drop because you're committed more time towards the agents that you're going to care for. And to be honestly, our team production has actually been better this year than the year before. So every year our production gets a little bit higher. You guys can track us on the leaderboard. My team's number is really steady and very strong. And I do believe the market is changing. So we are teaching our agent how to adapt to the new changes in the market and teach them how, whatever it's coming, right? Basically, the agents are, whatever comes at me, rain at me first, and then I'll find ways to shield it, right? You just take it as you come. But I do see a lot of people quit the business, especially the ones that are not in a team, the ones that are doing by themselves. So I think in the future, in the next few years, where the hard times are coming, I think most of the people that will be survived is going to be the one that's going to be in a team versus doing it by themselves. Because you kind of need the human-to-human connection where you support each other. You want to see how each other is doing. The accountability part is great because I do have my admin account for my agents. Every month they would ask them and call and make phone calls and see how they're doing. So at least you're reminding them, hey, how are you doing this month? What's your goal for next month? Those are the kind of things I think being in a team is a little bit different from doing it by yourself. So if you're doing it by yourself and you're thinking about starting a team, that's great, but you really have to think about, can you give up what you have right now to serve the greater good, basically. Put yourself behind, no longer think about yourself and serve somebody else. So I think that's like my two good takes if you guys can take it. If you guys are struggling whether or not I want to make a team or I want to stay individually for the team, I mean, I'm free to ask questions after the stage. You guys can ask away.
I think it's awesome that we have all team leaders on the stage, but some of you maybe are just getting new into the business and just don't know where to start. And your situation is different from their situation. So on my team, we do take in brand new agents, just licensed, and we train them up and say, hey, these are the best practices for, buyer's agent, seller's agent, and just finding out how to prospect. What do you guys do for your new agents? Do you bring in brand new agents that don't know how to sell or never opened the door before?
Yeah, so on our team, we take in veteran agents, we take in brand new agents, and we do mentoring, and we also have, we use Trainual for onboarding our agents so that everybody's on the same page. We have our buyer system, we have our listing system, we have a how to show a house system, we have how to submit an offer system, we have a how to negotiate a system. So like everything's systematic and everything's recorded so that every single agent gets the same training. And then recently, I came back into that mentoring role that I had given up years ago, and I'm like, let me get back in there and let me just train the agents myself the way I used to train the agents. And so we do a lot of training on our team, not just the accountability. So it's Trainual and then in-person boot camps with me to make sure everybody's on the same page, going the same direction.
I would say the majority of the people that come onto the team are on the newer side, right? And we kind of like it that way because we could train them up the way that we want to train them up. But we have a university that we plug them into, and what we do is we kind of pace our training together. So we'll pick a course, whether it's on sellers, whether it's on negotiations, whether it's about a certification on the buyer side, and we'll train it. We'll keep pace together. So we'll say, hey, we'll take 3 sessions, we'll talk about it at our next meeting, we'll take the next 3 sessions, we'll talk about it at our next meeting, and that way we get progress. And we get progress at a good rate, and we all follow each other. And it's all about everybody being together and knowing what we're learning at the same time.
So this is actually my 3rd year in real estate. So it is not really hard. It is not really easy for me to recruit an agent who practiced for 20 years to my team, because I'm still learning as a newer agent, right? So I do have a lot of newer agents that are joining my team, but I feel so rewarded when they make a difference, when they grow and they become a qualified, competitive agents. In this market, and they're making differences in their life and other people's lives. It is very rewarding. What I do for my team that I just started is we are doing a power hour every single day. So from 10 to 11 a.m. we meet, and then we just mute ourselves, and then we work on lead generation and follow-ups just individually but together. So this is helping us, like EXP Realty does not have a brick and mortar office. So it's kind of easy to get lazy. So if we have that 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. every single day, we have to meet and we have to show our face. We cannot turn off our camera. So we know that we are working on lead gen or follow-ups. This has been helping me personally to be more self-disciplined, and my agents are telling me, oh, Erica, this has been helping us so much. So, and also our production level, our escrows, I can see the changes already. So if you haven't tried it as a team leader, or if you're individual agents, you might want to, team up with other agents and try it. It's going to make a difference.
So as you know, I'm not a recruiting-based team. My team is all about productions. I don't get to train a whole lot of agents because our team only has 17 agents now. So every agent that comes across my brand that they want to join, I actually qualify them. I don't take in any team members. You have to have certain, if you're a brand new agent, that's fine. I want to see how far you can go, right? So I don't reject brand new agents, but most of the time, if it's a brand new agent, I would actually see if that's the type of person and they have the right core value when you're asked in the interview why you want to join the team. If you qualified and you come into my team, then I will train you myself. And I have currently about 3 agents that just joined the last month, and they are being trained by me individually. One of them already got a transaction by joining just 1 month, brand new agent. And my last new agent also was here also, and he closed his 9th deal last year, but he's a brand new agent. So I do have a systematic way of how to train my agents, but I have to do it because I can't, let them just go on the Zoom or whatever. That doesn't really, in person and Zoom is a different connection. When you have them come into office physically to see you and physically talking to you, it's a little bit different from you telling them going on Zoom every day. Not saying that that's not efficient, but I really want them to be in an office every week for at least one time. We'll go over every session. But our team, I have leads that I generated in a mass platform, and we have leads every single day. My agents are out there showing houses. Basically, I'm training them to be a buyer agent machine. So right now, the new buyer law has come out, about the commissions for no buyer agent. Everybody know that, right? So we're training them to tell them that, okay, now your client's no longer going to pay for the commission. So what we're going to do, how we're going to ask the buyers to pay for the buyer agent's commission, right? But at the same time, that means your customer service level has to go up, right? So our team, we do have leads, and lead is not a problem. Closing a deal is not a problem. The problem is, how much do you want to make a living? How successful you want to be in your career? Because if you do not have the courage and the mindset to wake up every morning by yourself and ask yourself, why do I need to wake up every morning and do really heck job deal with this? Because I can't help you. You really have to find it in yourself what success. And if you do have that, come in my office, I'll throw you the deals and you get them, and everybody makes money. So that's my 2 cents.
Wow, I'm speechless. I forgot the next question. So I come from a culture, so I'm a past teacher, and I believe that education is always important. I push my team members to always be learning and finding different people to network. So one of the networks that I grew up with is Asian Real Estate Association of America. So within our local chapter, we develop leadership skills, and also learning from top producers all the time. And then we also network nationally for referrals. Okay, so that's how I learned, and that's the kind of culture that I kind of share with my team members. I appreciate the Power Hour. EXP Asian Network, we do have a Power Hour if you need to join someone. So come on Thursdays at 10 o'clock Pacific. There's a Zoom link in our work group place, and come and make phone calls with us. You don't have to make the phone calls by yourself. Let's see. Questions from the audience. Thank you, panelists, of course. Questions from the audience.
So I recently took success coaching with Derek. We were in the same class, right? And one of the things that we were speaking about is who's teaching you, right? And we've all had coaches in our business. I was coached by Mike Ferry. I was coached by Tony Robbins. I've had some smaller name coaches as well. But right now, with the network that we have and with the people that we have, I think coaching is fantastic and it's necessary because of the accountability that it gives us. But now my strategies and my tactics, I get from conferences like this, I get from people like this, and I use those, and then I go out there and I find my little accountability groups like those calling pods, right? So I think it's very important, and if you guys want to set an intention for this conference, is go out there and find the right strategies, find the right tactics, and find the right accountability partners.
Speaking of coaching, just 2 weeks ago I was with John Leahy in Tahoe to listen to John Cheplack, who will be speaking at the keynote today. Tell me more about Cheplack, or your coaching system, or your network system.
So I actually ran across John Cheplack a few years ago at a dinner, and he's like, "You gotta coach." He didn't tell me to coach with him, but I learned so much. He gave me so much information without even asking me to coach with him, and I learned so much about that culture of giving. And he said, just give things away. Like if you want to attract people to you, and this is what I learned from Cheplack. It's like, just give it away. Like don't try to sell to people. Just teach them. He said to me, teach them more than their own broker teaches them. And so I do a lot of videos on YouTube because of Chep. He's like, just give away all the information you know about how to be successful in real estate. Don't try to recruit, and they'll come to you. And that's one of the best things that I've done in the last couple of years. It's like now we're doing 2 to 3 videos every single week. And every single week I have agents applying to be part of the team and also just being part of our network, just because they see all the information given away for free compared to like they don't have to pay for it. And that's what I love about our network too. It's like it's just part of what we do. We're agents who are in business with each other and we're just giving things away. And we grow together. And it's an amazing culture to be a part of.
We want you to win. So find your winning team. Hannah, do you have a comment?
For what?
Coaching.
Coaching.
Any last comment?
Coaching. So
always has comments.
yeah, I always have comments.
That's exactly what I just told her.
So if you want to consider coaching, it's a great way to go to increase your production level. But because money is tight now, everybody else is on a budget, right? Going on coaching will be a pretty, to some agent it's a financial burden because you can't really afford a coach. It's about $500 or $1,000 a month, right? But if you're able to, you should do it just because the coach will keep you really accountable to your business. The way you structure your business, this coach is going to tell you how to structure it efficiently for yourself. But if you are on a budget, like most of the agents are, you guys are an EXP, so you should be able to go into group and group collaborations and the people in your town that wants to mastermind with you all the time. So you guys could be able to learn from each other, and that's the best coach, is that you learn from other agents. And I don't think that the other agents in the area will reject you and say, hey, I don't want to, talk to you or something like that. Most of the agents are fairly nice and, good person to deal with. And if you open up to them and say, hey, I'm struggling at this, do you mind me hopping into your group session when you have one? I will come in and join with you guys. And that's a great way to get coaching if you're on a budget. But definitely I've been coached with Tom. Also his dad, Mike Ferry, and the other coach, Brian Buffini. So Brian Buffini was my first ever coach, and he talks about referral systems. And I think that's still working. It's a great working. 1 minute, great way to teach you how to get referral business. But now in the newer generations now, because we're now all digital, I think Tom Ferry has more of the, the more, I'd say it's, social media, yeah, it teaches more of that. So if you guys are consider coaching, definitely do it. But if you're on a budget, do the group coaching by yourself. I think that helps.
I feel like if you're considering coaching, if you want to level up, we need to consider what our goal is. Not everyone making a $1 million. It's not going to be a goal for everyone. For me, more production was not my goal. For me, right at this moment, my goal was to balance my life. So I didn't want to work all the time. I just wanted to have more peace and more time with family, and that's what I needed. So I hired a coach who can provide me with that opportunity, and it's been going great. I found peace and balance and just calm in my life, and actually it affected my family life and also my business as well. Because I was well balanced, I had more energy to work on my business without getting burnt out. So I think you really need to reevaluate what your goals are, and we're here to trying to be happy, right? So yeah, reevaluate your goal and hire a coach that really fits your purpose.
Thank you, everyone. This is the EXP Asia Network. Stick around, we can answer questions here or off. Let's do a picture.
Hold on. All right, EXP, 1, 2, 3. All right.
Yay, enjoy the conference.
It's a group picture, hold on. Get on stage. Why do you have your luggage with you?
Because I haven't checked in yet. They haven't let me in.
Oh, just go in today?